Hi, this is Pallavi Verma, and in my previous video we have discussed about linked list. So in this video we will see what is a stack and how we can write a basic flow for a stack. So let's get started. So before jumping to the code, I just want to give a brief introduction to a stack. So first we will see. So for the understanding purpose and for the representation, we consider stack like this. Suppose we have a stack and we have number of nodes or data or maybe values. Let's say 2, 5, 10, 1, 11 and so on. So we have these number of nodes. Now we need to insert these nodes in our stack. So how we can do that? So first thing is that we don't use term add in stack. Instead we use push operation. So whenever we need to insert any element in our stack, we use term push. And when we need to remove that element or node or data from that stack, we use term as pop. So let's start with, so we will push first element. So the moment we will add or push a first element, it will go here. So 2 would be here. Now I need to insert 5. Now I need to insert 5s. So I will insert 5 here. Now I need to insert 10. So in the same way, we will insert any other and n number of nodes, data or values here. So when we want to pop or remove any node, data or value, we call it pop. So the moment I will pop it, I will have only 2 elements or node in our stack, which is 2 and 5. From the second operation, which is again pop, again I will have only 2. And once I remove this element also, I will have no elements in my stack. So if you observe, the first incoming value was 2, but that was at the last that we inserted at first. Now the second one was 5th. So the 5 is here and the last that I inserted is 10. So 10 was at its top. So here we have a term top, which indicates the topmost element, node or data in the stack. So whenever we want to fetch what is the top element in our stack, we term that as a peak operation. So what is the peak of the stack? It is 10. So after removing this 10, what is the peak point we have? So the peak data is 5. So peak is same as your top. So now we'll move ahead with the code. I hope you understood the concept of a stack, how we can insert the elements, how we can remove it, and how we can check the top of the stack. So I will create one class here. Let's say it's your stack ds and I will include main method. Now, so first I will create the object of the class, then method I will create and I will call it. So let's say it's your ds, new stack ds. And I will create one method here. Let's say it's your public void and stack operations. Now inside this, I'm gonna implement the stack. So for that, I need to import the package first. So I will access import java.util package. Now we need to implement the stack. So stack, and inside the generics, we can specify the type of your data. So let's say it's an integer and stack new stack. So as I said before, we can perform add, remove and top operations. So I need to insert the element first. So for that, we're gonna use the stack dot push operation. So let's say it's 2 and quickly I add few more data or nodes. Let's say it's your 10. Okay, 102. 26. Let's say it's your 50. And this is your 12. So we have performed the push operation. Now I need to display the data that is there inside your stack, and then we will see how we can remove the elements. So I need to iterate it. So for that we have iterator. Since we need to iterate the stack object, so we gonna take stack so that iterator can allow us to iterate it. So for that we have iterator method. Now we need to apply this while loop, and inside the while loop we will ask, hey iterator, do you have the more elements in my stack or not? So for each iteration it will check whether we have the next element in our stack or not. So for that we have hasNext method. So id dot hasNext we will call, and it will return you in a boolean. Now we need to check, once we go inside the while loop, we need to check the next particular elements or nodes value. So for that, I will have one integer, and let's say it's your next val, and it dot next method. And we need to typecast it. Now I will simply log the statements. Let's say it's val and next val. I will run this code and we will see the pop operations too, which is stack operations. Okay, now I will run it. So we are able to see or fetch our data. Now it's time to perform the pop operation, which means we want to remove the values from the stack. So this is iteration, and here I will do stack dot pop. So if you are thinking like you have these many nodes or elements in your stack, so can we pass any value here? So what is happening is, if we again refer to the stack, so we can remove the element which is there at its top. So at the top, if we insert again, suppose it is 11, so we can remove the first element, which is the top element. So whenever we perform any pop operation, it will always remove the topmost value which is inside your stack. And if you want to see what value we have popped, we can take that inside your variable. So let's say it's your popped val. And now if I log the statement, so now I will run it. So the popped value would be the topmost value, and in the iteration when we will display the stack, it will not appear in the stack. So the popped value is 12, as we already popped it, because as it was the last element that we pushed. So the element which is pushed at the last, so it would be the first element to remove. So the popped value is 12. So if you see the stack, you will not find the value 12 because we have already popped it. It's no longer in your stack. So I hope you like this video. Stay connected and stay safe.